If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Look, I do care, but I don't care. My phone is always on me, but I'm not there. Notified, but it always coincides with something that overrides. On the grind over time, nobody gets no reply. That's bona fide, no disrespect. Screen's always lighting up like a cigarette. I save my writing for the symphonette. Here's the thing.
It wasn't my fault. You're not my problem.
Look.
But you got issues.
Hey.
Don't call me.
You said I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Why do you think this is? What you say doesn't match up with how you're leaving me on red and how you never pick up the number between the girls on your phone. So you got a pretty high Candy Crush score. Boy, you're wasting your time. But let me tell you, babe, it wasn't my fault. You're not my problem. Boy, you got issues. Don't call me.
You said I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care? And you say I should've texted.
Don't hold out for a text that you'll never get. Are you bitter yet, or is it jealousy? Fundamentally, there's nothing you could thread to top my lethargy. A message in a bottle, and that bottle in an ocean, and that ocean is no metaphor for my devotion, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy.
And you say I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Phone is always on me.
Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back on Filter Uncensored, where I will be talking about anything and everything uncensored. Andrew Ditch, DLF, Daniel Larson, even though Daniel Larson is now locked up for quite some time. So maybe not Daniel Larson. Interesting people, Shadow Raven, aka and who else? Anybody that I deem pretty interesting. There's also Pamper Chew. Have you guys heard of Pamper Chew? Are we going over the 3 a.m. spaghetti mukbang? Pickled Hobbits, I will, but not here. It'll have to be on my other channel for foodie beauty stuff. He's locked up again. Yeah, Daniel Larson got locked up at the end of the last month, and he got locked up by the feds, so he's not going to be around for a very long time. If he's lucky, well, he could be lucky and he could get bail for some reason, but typically he got an indictment on 7 charges, and he is gonna get about maybe 60 years or so in jail. I think it's 50 something, close to 60. Let's just say 60. I don't think he's gonna come out anytime soon. It could be a couple months maybe, but probably not. I think it will probably be more like years. So what happened with Leslie and Grandpa? Still looking into that random fish. Still trying to figure out if there's gonna be some stuff laid against Leslie and Crystal. Probably, maybe, who knows? But we're gonna figure that out. Also, I should say, what else is there? A lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. I don't know what Crystal or Leslie is up to, but has been quite active on a YouTube, acting like nothing happened. Like this is just another day. Hey, Random Fish, what's up? We got Cirilli, Pickled Hobbits. We also have Nolabu, thank you. And those who are just listening, watching, thank you. Also, I'm gonna put my camera back on probably next week. All I gotta do is get some more lighting where I am at. One of my issues is lighting, right? So I gotta do some cleaning up, and then I gotta get my lighting sorted. And once I get my lighting sorted, then my camera can be on, because right now, if I turn it on, it doesn't look that great. So I really, really, really gotta get lights on the desk would be good. And I know where that box is, so I gotta get that going. I love how Chantal gets her own exclusive channel. She's always be the one that got away. Sure. Well, you know what? That Girl World stuff stays in Girl World, right? So let's see what Andrew Ditch has to say about Hillbilly Belinda, and then he is accusing Trash Panda of being a PDF. A lot of people keep using that word these days, where real actual PDFs, the word's getting diluted because a lot of people use that word against anybody online, which kind of takes away from people who are actually doing that sort of stuff. Like, I still do watch pride catching channels, and there's a lot of horrible people out there. A lot of horrible people. You gotta protect your children. You gotta protect your loved ones. Your brothers, your sisters, your sons, your daughters, your niece, your nephews, your grandchildren, because that's just how it is. Yep, Andrew Ditch is talking about Girl War reactors because Hillbilly Belinda did a react to him, so he'll react back. The last time Grandpa was in assisted living, Crystal stole his debit card and blamed Keith. Shortly after that, Grandpa got kicked out. Exactly, because Grandpa didn't have any money. So Crystal keeps doing her thing. I do remember that. I wonder how Keith is doing. I haven't checked up on Keith lately, because you thought Keith would kind of still be around a lot, right? But I guess Keith is doing his own thing. So I will keep checking on the Grandpa, Leslie, and Crystal situation. But for right now, let's get into some Andrew Ditch. Let's go.
Hey YouTubers, Andy Ditch here. So I have this wonderful video, okay, that I want to share with you. Okay, I got my tablet in safe mode. Okay, maybe I'm breaking the rule. Maybe I'm being a rule breaker. I'll call myself out for the rule breaking. Okay? But I'm not afraid to go admitting something I did wrong. Okay, I'm not afraid to go out and posting my behaviors that may not be appropriate or socially acceptable to people. But I have a video that I'm going to share with you. And those who want to say that I never needed diapers before, um, well, I've shared my medical records long enough to show you I have always needed diapers. I showed you why I need diapers. I have a urological assessment. That's a
Yeah, that is Belinda right there. You are right. That is Belinda. He's reacting to Belinda. Yes, Andrew Ditch from well, not really Buffalo. He's from North Tonawanda. I was about to say Buffalo DLF would not be happy. He's not from Buffalo. He's from North Tonawanda, but it's close enough. He does wear diapers. He says it's medical diapers and whatnot, but a lot of people say otherwise, that he has a fetish. Do I truly know what's going on? in terms of the diapers. I have my own opinions, but you know what? We'll just roll with whatever he says.
Supports why. I have a medical history since a little boy of pooping and peeing in my diaper because I do not feel the urge to go. Okay, well, let's pause that thought. Let's just sink in. The latest and earliest record that I have available to me to review was dated back in November 1992 by Western New York Children's Psychiatric Center. Okay, Western New York Children's Psychiatric Center is the reason why I qualified for Office of People with Developmental Disability waiver program. I was age 8.
All right, we're gonna go forward. So he's giving us a little bit of back history. I can give it along the way as well. Ask any questions that you have no idea about Andrew Ditch. It seems he's coming back into the limelight. A lot of bigger channels have been making videos on Andrew Ditch again. If you don't know who Andrew Ditch is, he was in the news. Well, has actually been in the news several times. One of the most notorious things was him poisoning or trying to poison his family members. The news article is still out there of him mixing laxatives and salts and stuff. I think it was Epsom salt, and having his family members imbibe and eat this sort of stuff. The other incidents the cops may or may not know about, such as um, disabling the fire alarms when his family, while his mom and dad are dependent on government assistance. His brother Joe has a channel that talks about him trying to, build video defense because Andrew Ditch says a lot of things. And one thing you should know about Andrew Ditch is that certain things he says may or may not be true. It could be embellished, it could be a half truth, it could be the full truth, but sometimes it's a lie.
I could say, hey, mom's refusing, medical care, and I can't get her off the floor, but yeah, I could do that. But the point is,
Did he stop posting for a while? No, Andrew Ditch is a consistent poster. He's among the ranks of people who cannot just stay offline. Like Nal can't stay offline, Dragon Lord Frodo can't stay offline, and Andrew Ditch cannot stay offline. It's just that Andrew Ditch likes to change channels a lot.
my dad goes at me for that. So that is why I did not do anything there. I went up there to make sure she was all right. Well, why are you going after me
That as well be
for questioning mom why she fell on the floor for? Okay, my brother Joe's bedroom is upstairs, right next to my mom's and dad's bedroom. My dad and me were in the kitchen downstairs, and we heard something fall, and I went upstairs to check. Sure enough, mom was on the floor. I'm sorry that my brother Joe didn't answer mom, didn't help my mom, and yelled at my mom, "What are you doing on the floor?" But nobody once questioned Joe. Only Andy Ditch, who has autism, did they do that. And that's just
Andrew Ditch is not monetized. Does he get banned? He does get his channels removed.
a few things in this video that we're going to talk about. That's just a kicker to talk to you guys about some of the other things.
Howdy, everybody. Y'all want to take a little trip with me down to check out this guy named Peep Squad? Get out your Desitin, get
Yeah, you want to trip with me?
out your baby wipes, and pull up your pants legs, cause shit's about to get deep. shy of a picnic, if I'm being honest. And as you will see, like I said, he still lives at home. All right. Andrew Ditch is a guy that is 38 years old and lives in New York with his family. His dad, Tom, his mother, Janet, and his brother, Joe. Now, Andrew, he still lives.
Oh, by the way, that wasn't my brother, Joe. That was me.
Like I said, he still lives at home.
You can't even get it right. This is why people shouldn't be fucking with Andrew Ditch. You can't even get it right. Why didn't she go to Joe's channel? Joe literally has a channel. I was just on Joe's channel 2 minutes ago. While this was playing, I was on Joe's channel to see if Joe posted anything since April 23rd, 2024. Holy shit. You really gonna let Andrew Ditch roll on you like that, hillbilly Belinda?
But he
I live at my parents' house because of my disability.
has an odd relationship with his parents. Now,
Yeah, that's
the whole
right.
family is kind of a few sandwiches shy of a picnic, if I'm being honest. And as you will see, the house is a mess.
Yes, it is.
I mean, for a guy who wants to be autistic but is super effective, he's actually very well, I wouldn't say necessarily completely eloquent in speech, but he handles his verbiage. What does Joe do on YouTube? He does video clips to protect himself and his parents from Andrew Dish's plethora of accusations and assaults. That's what he does. So Joe last posted the freak out on April 23rd,
Okay,
2024 of Andrew.
it's a whole mess. But yet again, his family is elderly, and Andrew won't turn his hands to do a damn thing. He sure the hell won't. The only thing he can do is use diapers. We're gonna get to it.
So, yeah, well, why do you think the police are here all the freaking ass time?
Because you call them Andrew. You call the
Because
police.
Daddy yells at me, abuses me emotionally because I don't clean. Well, Dad wants me to clean. Well, does he give me the step-by-step instructions to help him out?
To be honest with you, if the way how I look at that house, like everybody should be cleaning, but is everybody gonna clean? Nope. You got people whose range of motions are limited. I would say Andrew Ditch's range of motion is limited. His dad definitely limited. His dad's on disability or some sort of disability. Like I'll just put a blanket term as in government assistance for his dad and government assistance for his mom. These are people that do have mobility problems. The only person who seems like may not be anything too wrong with him is Joe, right? And Joe's across the room from his parents. Can Joe clean? Yeah, but then you also got to factor in the hoarding because I see a lot of stuff. If you look at their front porch, if you look at their hallways, they hoard a lot of stuff. It's kind of like they need somebody to just go in there and just throw out all the bullshit. Like you sometimes you got to do that. Hey, sometimes I'm susceptible to this sort of stuff myself because if you got a downgrade or you've paid good money for something, maybe you've used it once or twice, maybe you paid $50, $100, you don't necessarily want to throw it away because it's like you feel like you're going to throw away your money, right? But sometimes you have to because then all this crap just keeps piling up. Wasn't he hoarding his diapers? He was. He hoards his diapers. He gets hundreds to thousands of diapers through government aid programs, assistance programs, companies that aid adult individuals with developmental problems. And he will, one, hoard the diapers on the porch or in the house. Then he'll throw away good, clean diapers. Or two, he'll literally have a poop squatch dump in the backyard because there were videos before of him, the poop squatch, having a literal garbage like dump in the backyard of nasty, dirty, filthy used diapers. Oh, you like getting rid of stuff, Edna? Some people do, but sometimes I get it. It's hard when you've paid for something and you haven't used it. This is why I don't buy junk. Like if I go out with my family to like a park or a fair, and you know all those like glittery things that the kids like, I try not buy that sort of stuff or plush dolls you win from the fair. Yeah, it's cute, it's nice, but where are you gonna put it in like a week or a month?
No. Does he show me what he wants me to do? No. Does he help me with my routine? No. So, see my point there? Dad is not helping me to be able to do what he expects me to do and wants me to do. That's not my fault, and I should not be made to be used against my dad because I don't know how to clean it and I need a lot of assistance.
Emery,
I can't help it. But my father, he does not give a fat ass. And he goes at me. Okay. Well, what's wrong with Joe helping? Why are you only going after me? You're only going after me with a disability. But you forgot there's 4 people who live here. Janet Ditch, who is out of commission physically, unable to get out of bed, who I feel bad for, who I love so much, who's my mom, who's always been my voice. Okay. Then you have Thomas Ditch, who has been injured at work, has been out of commission, who has to take care of mom, me, Joe, in the house.
why the hell does Joe need to be taken care of? Joe is an adult, able-bodied brother. Okay, ain't nobody taking care of Joe. Joe is a goddamn grown man.
Okay. See my point?
Hey, B3, what's up?
So you
Pretty
have
good.
Andrew Ditch, the oldest, which is me, who is 38 years old with autism, mild intellectual disability, and many medical issues. You're going to sit here and tell me that I should be punished because I don't go helping my dad clean, I don't do this, I don't do that. Well, I do go cleaning. I do want to clean. I do want to help my dad out, but I need assistance. That's not my fault that I have a disability I was born with.
All right, a common theme with Andrew Ditch is he needs assistance, he needs assistance, he needs assistance. He'll constantly say this over and over and over. Does he need assistance? Yes. But what type of assistance does he want that he's not getting? He's constantly complaining and whining. And when he whines, he'll have a fit sometimes. And if he sometimes has a fit, he can and will get physical with you. So keep this in mind that this is one of the reasons why Joe has a channel. Joe has a channel because Andrew Ditch can and will and has gotten physical with them on a multitude of occasions when he does his freakouts because he's not getting his way. When they do things that, yeah, very possible for his, betterment, but Andrew doesn't see it that way. Andrew will get a tantrum and will and can physically attack you. The same thing with Daniel Larson that we saw with Bob Proctor. Same thing we see with Andrew Ditch and his dad and Andrew Ditch and his brother.
Then I should be given the services and support based on a medical need. Or at least that's what I've been told. Why this is happening for, I don't know.
Seems like Andrew, old Pope Squatch over, he has been on the internet for a long time, and all these videos that you're going to see are videos that Andy uploaded himself. It seems like
Okay, guys, so I have a right to a reasonable expectation of privacy, right?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
A person has a right to use content that they wish to, this will be considered copyright infringement.
Is it?
And the reason
Actually, to be honest with you, he's kind of right there. If I'm gonna be honest, because I really like to be very honest on the internet, what he's saying here actually holds some weight in truth. If you're the person that took this video and other people are using it, there is a very gray area when it comes to fair use because he is the original copyright holder. It's either his likeness or other people's likeness in it, but he is the author of these still images that are moving at either 24 or 30 or 60 frames per second. He's the one who created them. So, in terms of copyright, there is and can be challenges with copyright because Andrew Ditch was the one who took these moving images, which is what video is. Is his brother challenged? I would say his brother is a bit challenged. I mean, the whole family has their issues. They seem like I don't know, how can I put his family? Like a typical North Tonawanda type of family that calls the cops on each other all the time. It's literally like Leslie and Crystal and Grandpa, but in another state where they hoard crap all the time. They yell and scream at each other. They're violent towards each other. They call the cops repeatedly, and they will cheat and steal from each other. It's literally Leslie and Crystal, but in New York State.
why it'll be considered copyright for is because it's videos of only me and videos that I posted. Okay. She's using commentary, I bet, or documentary, or criticism, or educational purposes, or whatever she's trying to say. Well, this isn't educational because you're making fun of somebody with a disability who has problems.
Can I also say, did I mention? I did mention, but let me mention it again. He has schizoaffective disorder. It used to be called schizophrenia, but now it's called schizoaffective disorder. For a person who has that, and I've seen and heard many people with this disorder kind of talk. This seems like a very brilliant moment of clarity, doesn't it? When he is defending himself in a very red manner, right? He doesn't. If you ever was hearing how he's defending himself now, would you ever think this guy has schizoaffective disorder? Because I wouldn't. Just saying.
This is not criticism because you're picking on me. You're causing me emotional issues, which is harassment. Aggravated harassment, that is. You are not documenting anything because I've documented the originals. And you are not entertaining because this is a form of harassment.
So Andrew was kind of fine. I think he had some issues, maybe growing up as a kid or whatever, but nothing like this. Okay, at least he was potty trained at some point. So in 2000,
technically I have not been officially potty trained, but officially I've not been told I have not either.
Did this man just say he hasn't been officially potty trained? Sir, what are you talking about? You haven't been. Can I hear this again? Are you saying you was a grown man and you haven't been officially potty trained? Did you really just say that? Can we hear this again?
At least he was potty trained at some point. So in 2000,
technically I have not been officially potty trained, but officially I've not been told I have not either.
When he was about 20 years old, he was riding down there to the McDonald's because he worked.
Let's listen to this, and then I'll come back to it.
This, okay? At least he was potty trained at some point. So in 2005, when he was about 20 years old, he was riding down there to the McDonald's because he worked down there as a Ronald McDonald character, whatever the hell that is. And he was on his bicycle, and he was just poor Andrew. He was just pedaling away like, you know what I'm saying? And boom, he got hit by a car. Okay, knocked the shit out of him, literally. And
Nice story. Wow, this is a very nice story.
this, okay? At least he was potty trained at some point. So in 2005, when he was about 20 years old,
20 years old. 2005, when I was 20 years old.
Okay, what's
I
wrong
think I
with
was
that?
19.
Okay, close
But
enough.
whatever.
I mean, okay,
2006, I was 20.
all right.
Okay. I worked at McDonald's and I was in diapers.
All right, you hear that,
Wow.
people?
Newsflash. Yeah.
He did work at McDonald's and he was in diapers, yes.
Yeah, I had a toilet routine. Yeah, I had help. Yeah, it's where I learned to be mostly independent, putting on my own diaper. Yeah, I still need help putting it on and forming it right so it doesn't fall off and stuff. But I think I do a good job. Just like I think I do a good job just to try to get dressed.
he was riding down there to the McDonald's because he worked down there as a Ronald McDonald character, whatever the hell that is. And he was on his bicycle, and he was just poor Andrew. He was just
Okay, let's listen to this. I was on my bicycle. I rode down there on my bicycle. Ooh. So why did the city Taiwan police always put me on 941 when I walked or crossed the street by myself? I was an adult over age 18. I don't see them putting 14-year-olds on 941 when they cross these streets. What do they do to me? Oh, because my safety and disability, my cognitive issues, my difficulty protecting myself. They should be doing it right now when I run away.
You really want to be
Okay,
941?
great.
All right, so forming his diaper, as in, you gotta form your random fish. Come on, you don't remember when you were wearing diapers? You gotta form them properly. You gotta make sure all that stuff, mushy stuff, is properly against your skin, and you don't have any spots or holes where your excrement can fall through or out of. Come on now, you know about diaper forming. All right, so okay. What is a 941? I had to Google this, to be honest with you. It says here, any peace officer, when acting pursuant to his or her special duties, or police officer who is a member of the state police or of an authorized police department or force or of a sheriff's department, may take into custody any person who appears to be mentally ill and is conducting themselves in blah 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 blah. So it's OMH, involuntary emergency admission. So that means pretty much the police officer can take him in because he is not mentally stable. That's what a 941 is.
They have done it recently.
The 941, they
I
have.
just want you to know they've been protecting me, taking my safety seriously. So they go down the street, right? I go down the street because I'm in my apartment. Remember, I lived at 225 Hines Street. Technically, that would have been a house address of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there on a rare overnight because I have trouble taking care of myself and doing things on my own. That was just a respite to get away from my family. That was right down the street from my parents. So they always.
All right. So if you were not clued in, he has lived on that Hines Street address. Why? Because he tries to be independent. So he will try and attempt to live away from his family on a multitude of occasions. I think, what was it, 2 years ago or so? He fled. He absconded to Pennsylvania because he thought Pennsylvania has better services for people that like him, that do need the aid of other individuals on a part-time or full-time basis. So he has absconded many times, left his home, and run away. And they either find him in a couple hours, or a day, or two, or three. He has also fled to central New York State before, I believe it was Rochester. And Adult Protective Services had to get him a cab from Rochester back to North Tonawanda. He's done that to Erie, Pennsylvania. Adult Protective Services had to get him a cab from Erie, Pennsylvania back to North Tonawanda. He does this all the time.
Always, always was a phone call away. Well, I didn't call them to go to work that day, and I wanted to do it on my own to be independent. Look what happens.
Yeah, I think so, Random Fish. I think he's trying to get a diagnosis of autism, but the doctors keep diagnosing him as schizoaffective disorder. He does not like that. He likes an autism diagnosis. So because of that, he'll go to other states to see if another doctor will have a different opinion.
I get hit by a car. There was also an argument between my dad and me and mom. So that was why I was at the apartment for respite. And look what happens. I didn't let anyone know, and I get hit by a car.
Fiddling away like bah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And boom, he got hit by a car. Okay, knocked the shit out of him, literally.
That could have been any time when I'm crossing streets or walking down the street.
And so he had been right ever since. Okay, I don't know if it's the head injury or what, or I don't know. It seems like to me, as Junta say, he may have used that for an excuse to act the way that he does to present day. Here's his dad talking about it.
Okay, let me ask you this. So why was I denied the TBI waiver program? The TBI waiver program is a waiver program for people with traumatic brain injuries. Like Office of People with Developmental Disabilities is a waiver program for people with developmental disabilities. Just like the Community Choice Waiver program for people with medical issues is called Managed Long-Term Care. Like the Health and Recovery program, which is for the people with mental illnesses. See my point?
He knows a lot about a lot. One thing I've noticed, especially with the last video live stream I did on Andrew Ditch, the way how he was showing the different places he's been in the different years, I'm like, holy crap, man, that is actually very hyper specific.
Point is, why am I denied the TBI waiver program? I have a head injury, right?
Riding this bike on Hines over by the apartment and Fletcher. And we got a phone call. We're sitting down to eat dinner. Come and see your son if you want, because otherwise he's going to be dead. He's laying in the middle of the street. So we raced out, got in the car, went over there, and he's laying in the middle of the street. He got hit by a vehicle, hit and run, and he's laying there, you know, his whole face all mashed up and everything. And we had to call the police and the ambulance, get him to the hospital, whole 9 yards. And they said, well, other than the bruises, bleeding, and probably a concussion, he should be okay. And ever since, we've always questioned whether or not he had brain damage.
After that accident, when he got healed up and everything, Andy actually, he lived on his own. He drove a car.
I lived on my own. Really? I think I was living on my own before that injury, and that injury was part of the reason why I was forced back to my dad's house and why I got evicted from that apartment. That's the fact. The fact is, I did live on my own, 225 Hines Street, and I was evicted because of my safety and my medical needs and inability to take care of it or myself. It was not health. It was not sanitary or kept up, which is why I got evicted. That's not a lie. That's proof that I can't take care of myself. It's more proof. Look at the house I live in. Look at the hotel rooms I was in. Yeah.
He even had his own computer business.
Yeah, that was something else.
Yeah, those P pads are for him. And the 225 Hines Street thing, He got kicked out because yes, he was making the place. What's the term when you make a place so filled with shit and piss that it seeps into the was it OSB boards, right? Those are your foundation boards. I should get this right. I should know this. I should know this. It's called OSB boards. Where okay, so pretty much his shit and piss was seeping through to the foundation boards and the planks and the supports. That is not a good thing. You don't want that to happen in a house. So you don't want your OSB boards or any of your support foundation to have shit and piss just like melded into it. So he was being very unclean. The bed was stained. We've seen his bed stained a multitude of times. He literally just couldn't take care of himself. So that what was happening.
Bleeding and probably concussion. He should be okay. And ever since, we've always questioned whether or not he had brain damage.
After that accident, when he got healed up and everything, Andy actually, he lived on his own. He drove a car.
I did not drive a car.
I was about to say
Technically-
that. I wanted him to answer that. I'm like, Hillbilly Belinda, do you know who the fuck you're talking to? Or about? You see, this is the shit. This is why I thought this was gonna be really funny. Because she's playing with fire right now. Because I'm like, she's gonna say some shit where she usually does in Go World and she just makes shit up. And people don't call her out on it. What's up, Cypher? People don't call her out on it because it could be true. When I heard he was driving a car, I'm thinking, ma'am, do you know who you're talking to here or about? This is freaking Andrew Ditch. Where the F is Andrew Ditch gonna be driving a car? Listen, stop it. This is the exact perfect example of why you should know your history and who the hell you're talking about. Else you're gonna get it wrong. When she this is a repeat of what she said driving a car, and I caught it immediately because I haven't watched this, but I knew it was gonna be funny because she's gonna screw up a multitude of times. Andrew Ditch is gonna catch it, and I'm gonna catch it, and we're gonna talk about it. Why does she think Andrew Ditch would be driving a car at any point in his life? Yes, do your homework, people, please. Don't look stupid.
I had a
'Cause Andrew Ditch is gonna catch you in it, and I'm gonna catch you in it.
Andy actually, he lived on his own. He drove a car.
I did not drive a car. Technically, I had a learner's permit. Technically, I was not a driver having a learner's permit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why did I get a learner's permit? Well, I had a learner's... So I got hit by a car in 2005. I got my learner's permit in 2014. Well, why? Because I was trying to make my dad happy. I was trying to make my dad happy and fit in with him and be accepted by him. That was the same time I had what called abestpcs.com when I didn't have any permits or licensing or anything to...
Who is this lady? This is Hillbilly Belinda of Go World, a person who will make streams and not know what the F they're talking about and just make shit up. Now, yeah, you could do that in Go World, but over here with the poop squatch, you tell any lies like that, like Andrew Ditch driving a car or Andrew Ditch is this and that, he's gonna catch you and he's gonna call you out on your lie. Because I know it's a lie, he knows it's a lie. I'm gonna talk about it, he's gonna talk about it.
Be a business, and I didn't know that. And I made zero money. Thousands of dollars of losses. But I did try to drive. And you know what? Most people who have mild autism cannot drive. I'm mild. I am moderately to severely autistic.
That's not the diagnosis he has. He does not have an autism diagnosis.
Moderate to severe autistic. And I was able to drive when most high functioning or mildly autistic people are not able to drive. You know something? I'm super proud because of that. That's something I'm proud of. Being able to try to do.
So
You know
back.
what else I'm also proud of? My father, the way he taught me. And my mom was so scared of riding with me and did not feel it was safe for me because of I couldn't keep straight. I couldn't.
How is my volume, people? I turned myself down because we couldn't hear much of Andrew Ditch, but let me turn it up a little bit more.
um turn properly. I was all over the place. I couldn't keep speed. I had trouble with judgment. That doesn't sound like somebody's capable of driving. But I tried my damn best to please my dad.
He even had his own computer business.
Yeah, that was in 2014 into 2018. And guess what? I did a damn good job. I tried my best. I overachieved. I put on a mask to sound like I knew what I was talking about by watching YouTube videos and stuff. You know what? It shows I can copy things and do things, right? It shows I have potential, right?
All right, so pretty much he was copying and acting like he knew what he was talking about with his computer business, but he didn't. Because I'm thinking, depending on what kind of computer business you have, it could be extremely technical. So what was he doing? How was he able to maintain a computer business for 4 years? Probably not. Probably not maintaining any sort of computer business for 4 years.
He also was doing the damn weather. Like, the hell, Andrew?
Get this, Andy used
I still do weather.
to drive. Andy used to drive, and he used to have his own computer business in the house. And he
Oh, this is where she's getting the misinformation from, that he used to drive. Okay. Just because he took the written test, and of course you can pass the written test, doesn't mean in no way, shape, or form that just because you pass the written test can you be able to get behind the wheel and not only keep yourself safe, your teacher safe, but the community that you're driving in around you safe. I would not like or want Andrew Ditch behind a wheel of any car, especially if he freaks out. People will be in danger. I'm just saying. But now I get where she's getting this misinformation about Andrew Ditch driving and his business. I'm like, really? Are we looking at the same person, Andrew Ditch, having a business for 4 years?
Hell, Andrew.
get this, Andy used to
I still do weather.
drive. Andy used to drive, and he used to have his own computer business in the house. And he was high rated with the Better Business Bureau. And he was an amateur weather meteorologist. And he locates storms at the airport and all these.
So I go to the airport. Never been there.
Okay, stop. Do you know who Andrew Ditch was imitating with the whole weather stuff? Do you know? Well, there's actually a few people, but he's imitating Frankie McDonald. Frankie McDonald is a Canadian weatherman. So what happened is that he's been doing it for years. He does get a lot of views, but a lot of other people who have developmental issues, problems, will imitate another guy who clearly has autism and say, okay, well, if he's successful and he has autism, maybe I should talk about the weather in my area because I could also be successful. And he could and he believes he also has autism. Now, this is constantly gonna be brought up. I'm not even gonna argue it over and over and over or correct it. At the end of the day, he hasn't been diagnosed with autism. He's been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and that is it. And what he was trying to do with the weather is imitate Frankie McDonald. I believe he's from the Nova Scotia area. I gotta confirm that though, but that's who he was trying to imitate.
Never been to the National Weather Service.
Right, Beatus?
See how delusional My dad is? This is kind of shit that my dad does to me to make it harder for me to get help.
These things.
And by the way, weather is my special interest. I'm very proud I was in diapers in school and able to make a weather forecast. What 12-year-old or 15-year-old can go on the computer? Well, back then my parents didn't have a computer, but school.
They do, random. You've just seen him mask talking about how he was imitating people that have computer businesses and talking like he knows what he's talking about for 4 years. Definitely was 100% masking.
School did and make a weather forecast. Not many people can do that.
That stuff and all this.
And I needed somebody to wipe my butt and shower me and dress me and help me learn and communicate. Pretty interesting.
He loves that. Can you imagine being an adult? You do a mean shit, like a nasty wet one, like the mean shit that even your own body doesn't want. And then you have somebody like clean that shit up. Like, wipe my ass, bitch. You smell that? That's my ass. Wipe that shit up. And while you're wiping it, I'ma lay out something runny on you. Imagine the type of power Andrew Ditch has on these workers. How many workers has this man terrified? You know, can you imagine you're wiping him up and then he's like laying some like wet brown town shit on you? Like, wipe that shit up, bitch. Wipe my ass.
Interested and you love the Sabres. Lost interest.
Still do love the Sabres.
Can't function. No more.
Now, why?
Look at the Sabres' winning record. They've been out of the playoffs for like the last 15 years. So, of course, people are going to lose interest. Everybody has it. We live in Buffalo. We love our sports. Lindy Ruff is back. That gives me hope.
He was living on his own. His mom did help.
Yeah, I did, but I could never take care of it.
Him pay the rent because
No, Mom did not help me pay the rent. My mom did not help me pay the rent.
Where would you get that information that his mom's that don't make no sense, hillbilly Belinda. His mom is on government assistance. His dad is on government assistance. Don't you think if his mom is paying for Andrew Ditch, that, I don't know, the county workers, the state workers, your local authorities might have an issue with that? To me, that doesn't even make any sense off the bat, because then they're like, why are we giving you money when you have money to pay for your son's lodgings? That don't make no sense. Of course, it would be the government and the state giving Andrew Ditch money so that he can live on his own. They're trying to stabilize him. He says he wants to live on his own with some sort of assistance at whatever level. They tried it. It didn't work. Why would you think that his mom would be paying for his lodgings? That does not make any sense.
My mom had a joint bank account. So here's how it works. 2004, June, I lost my Social Security SSI. Because my doctor did not support my disability for the adult record. Okay. 2. My mom was responsible for me because I was just turned 18. When I turned 18, Mom was before I was turned 18, Mom was told to get guardianship of me. Mom did not. Mom knew I could not manage my money. So she opened as a primary account holder at M&T Bank and Citizens Bank, of course, later on, where she had primary account, number 1. Number 2, I was secondary because I could not manage my money.
Exactly. That's why he was an adult and she had guardianship over him. That makes sense.
My mom handled all my money.
That makes sense.
I didn't have a card. I had access to checks.
Sabeker.
But I didn't really know how to write a check, and I still don't. But my mom She had all that, and she took care of it because I couldn't do it on my own. But I'm 18. I'm over 18. I should be able to do my own checking, right? Just shows I have trouble with that.
Was a nurse, but I reckon she got hurt or something, and she had to have surgery. So that ended that ring.
Yeah, she had a ruptured placenta.
And then Andrew pulled
or ruptured appendix.
He had to move back home. And this.
No, I was home way before that. This is where this person's so messed up.
This is where the shit starts getting deep. I can't stop saying it. Andy started recording videos and uploading them all to YouTube himself.
Yeah, American Girl.
All the clips you see were uploaded by Andy himself, even the ones of his parents and stuff. The only ones, there are some that are not, and they were uploaded by his brother Joe. We'll talk about him later. Now, if you're new to old Poop Scotch, you're probably wondering, why do you keep talking about diapers? When he moved back home, everything was fine then. No diapers, nowhere. When as soon as he started moving back home, he started having to use diapers because of incontinence. And
so my mom's a nurse, right? Well, my mom's a nurse. I always seen a urologist since I was 2 years old. Why did my mom not take me to a GI doctor at age 7 or age 8 rather, like was asked by the Western Children's Psychiatric Center for my bowel incontinence, huh? I have always been bowel and bladder incontinent. I put that out there online. I don't have to go into too much details. When I'm on a routine, 98% of the time, I do not need to use the diaper for poop. It's not by choice when I do.
Wow, look at this. So his mom was saying that around 20 or 22 years old, he started doing the whole urine thing. But then he discovered that the bowel movements felt good in the diaper. All of a sudden, he couldn't make it to the bathroom. He was going to a urologist on Main Street, Dr. Doyle. Later saw Dr. C for the undescended testicle. Why is there so much parallels with DLF? DLF only has one nut. Andrew Ditch has an undescended testicle. Mom states that he would fake bladder infections by dyeing the toilet red, but she knew, as she was a nurse, that this was not so. Mom states that Andrew wears a diaper so that he can sit in front of the computer for hours on end and not get up. He said that he knows when to go. He is capable of cleaning up after himself, but won't because he's lazy and wants everyone to clean it up. Damn. How does it feel, Andrew? How does it feel as an adult? You know you can wipe your own ass, but you get somebody to do it. Can you imagine Brother Joe wiping his ass? But like, Brother Joe, I did a poopy. Wipe my ass, bitch. Wipe it. Sounds like Yoko too. Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm autistic is what the doctors call it, causing that.
And he's really clever too. He would dye the toilet red to fake a bladder infection. You see how smart he is?
Issue. And I don't want to be in diapers. I can't help it. I posted a video of a UTI that you can't just fake with red food coloring. No lie. No, I was not in diapers just to sit in front of the computer hours on end. By the way, I don't know when I had to go. If I did, I wouldn't be in diapers because I get made fun of. I get mistreated at the hospital. I am not capable of cleaning up on my own. I do need some help. I do need more help when I'm bowel incontinent. I can't help it. The whole reason why I have the tape up diapers is because
I'm so sorry to hear, American Girl, about that. You had a kidney infection. That's, oh man, that really sucks.
the pull-ups just doesn't work for adults. Okay, So I've been in diapers, the same diapers I'm currently wearing since I was a little boy. Funny how things just don't change. And the thing is, well, actually, they do change. I believe that these have gotten more absorbent than when I used to remember them when I was younger. Just to add that to that. The problem is, there was a time around in my early teenage years before, after I got out of Connor's that mom would use goodnight pull-ups. Okay, because that's what school used for me.
Right, Beatus?
Well, when they changed it to the design male and boy or boy and girl pull-ups for goodnight, they made them too small. They couldn't fit into them. So mom tried buying depend pull-ups. They did not work for bowel incontinence, but they worked okay for bladder. So that's when I went back to the tape-up diapers. Okay, pull-ups do not work for me. They leak out on me.
Yeah.
Which is why I wear the tape-up. Pull-ups are made to get to the bathroom while you're having an accident. It's made to get you to the bathroom, not to have a full bladder issue. And it's not made for a bowel issue either. So that's why I'm in tape diapers. Thank God, because the pull-ups have sensory hell because they're not smooth, they're wrinkly, they're scratchy, they're itchy, they're irritating.
All right, all right. Should we hear more about this? How long is he gonna talk? Okay, he talks quite a bit about his diapers. Actually, this is pretty interesting. Let's continue.
So unfortunately, that's why I wear tape diapers. And that's why I know I had them. And mom did put them on me. Mom always diapered me. Mom also helped me with putting pull-ups on me as a young a kid and as an early teenager. Yeah, so to school, I needed some help getting dressed. What can I say? I needed more help getting dressed than I do now. And yeah, this shows that mom did
Right,
help me in the
Edna?
beginning because I had helped at McDonald's to be mostly independent, putting on my own tape diaper. So of course that's what happened. So whoever said this, which I don't think my mom did or my dad, this was why I believe that they did not make these statements, but they're accused of making these statements.
Drew's mom, Janet, has been quoted as saying, bowel movements felt good in the diaper. And all of a sudden, he couldn't make it to the bathroom. She also
Just because I have autism and I like holding on to poop in my hand does not mean I like it in my butt. Trust me.
said that Andrew
What? 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 Sir, what did you say? Did you say you like shit in your hand?
She also
Just because I have autism and I like holding on to poop in my hand does not mean I like it in my butt. Trust me.
said that Andrew sits in front of the computer for hours on end and won't get up.
Well, Dad has said how I had wet through the bed, or wet through my diaper and soiled the bedding and stuff, and destroyed beds. Well, Dad, is simple. Get me up in the middle of the night so I can go to the bathroom and change. Simple. Problem solved. Be my dad and a responsible dad to do that. The whole reason why I got thicker diapers for is because diapers are made to take away the wetness from your skin.
Hey, Eggy.
They're made to pull away the wetness from your skin so the skin does not stay in contact with the urine. That's why.
Because he is.
And I have trouble feeling when I'm wet to go change. And that is why these diapers leak out a lot. Like it happened at speech therapy.
Didn't make it to the bathroom. She also said that Andrew sits in front of the computer for hours on end and won't get up because
Maybe I
he
need help
is
to change
lazy.
and when to
She's
change.
also seen saying here in this document that he, quote, wants everyone to clean him up. She says that he was, quote, adamant about briefs.
Okay, so in 2001, my CPC record talked about my fecal smear and undergarment, which is another name for diaper. It talked about my having difficulty with personal hygiene. It talked about my um skin rash I had.
Mhm.
So mom put me in diapers and dad put me in diapers. They should have known I had trouble showering.
He wanted
I think you've summed it up, American Girl. How old is he? He's in his late 30s. I think he's maybe around 39 now. I gotta check exactly his age. Yeah, he sounds like he knows better, but he probably has a fetish. Yeah, plus maybe there's an element of laziness to it as well. But he definitely likes when other people wipe his ass. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a power trip thing, actually getting somebody to wipe your ass, knowing goddamn well you can wipe your own ass. Right? It has to be. It's like you're literally getting different people from all over the state to clean the shit off your ass. It has to be a power trip.
tab diapers and wanted someone to put them on for him. Now, Mom, she helped him in the beginning, but later on she told him, hey, do it your damn self, which he started doing. Kinda. I don't know why his parents would do that. Andrew cannot even get off of his sorry ass to help his mother up, who is handicapped, by the way, off the floor when she fell off the toilet. Here's that.
Go look up how you deal with somebody who has a back injury and falls. It would tell you exactly what I did is the right thing to do. Am I handling the situation right? No. I have to just say I have a social communication problem. I'm concerned for my mom why she fell.
Clip. Andrew.
Why are you on the floor?
I like the dog.
How did you fall? Why did you fall when you were sitting on the toilet?
I got off the toilet.
And you can't get up and you couldn't call anyone.
I did.
Okay, Google broadcast. Dad, Mom is on the floor. She fell right off the toilet. She's on the dog's bed.
All right, broadcasting now.
Now you know why. Nobody picks on Joe for how he treated her.
We wanted you to use the toilet in the bathroom and not the porta potty.
I would have fallen right into the bathtub then.
Because you need to get more stronger.
I got hurt.
Sure, turning the bed.
Look at that. This is my mom's room. Look at all the garbage. That's a trip hazard for my mom, or at least that's what we have been told.
Mom, how did you
That don't
fall
clean it, not
right
help.
on the toilet?
Now, mind me, guys, I do have trouble spotting dangers around me. I do have trouble knowing what's safe and what's not safe. I get that. I'm working on that. I'm working on that in speech and OT. Yeah, I'm 38 years old and I still don't have danger awareness. I'm sorry. I only
Oh, he's 38 now. I thought he would have turned 39. I think his birthday is coming up. Okay. So he's still 38. I thought he turned 39. You notice how everybody's in that age group, or like DLF is in this age group, Foodie Beauty is in the age group, Andrew Ditch.
know that this is a problem because we were told that is the problem by Adult Protective Services who came in here. But what are you gonna do? I have trouble knowing what to do with it, and this is my mom's and dad's room.
And I fell.
Okay, you got dizzy and you fell.
Yeah.
Did you lose? Is it sugar?
I hope not.
Why were you sitting?
It's not okay for me to ask mom why she got dizzy, right? It's not okay for me, right? She's talking, she's breathing, so I don't have to do CPR. I don't have to do rescue breathing.
In the toilet for 2 hours.
I'm doing a puzzle.
For 2 hours?
Ow!
Poop or anything?
Stop.
You were just peeing. You were sitting there.
Why didn't you call me?
She didn't even use
Here, how Joe went at Mom?
broadcasting.
Yes, I did.
Well, nobody got any mess.
Why are there clothes on top of the dresser and not in the dresser or the closet? Why is there what looks like an electric guitar? It looks like a Gibson. Probably, maybe it is a Gibson, maybe it's not. I don't know. Why is there a guitar in the room? There's clothes on top of the dresser. Like, this family needs help. I remember this video because when I looked at Andrew Ditch 2 years ago, this video was already out and it was pretty old. So this isn't anything new. And why is everyone not helping the woman up? It's like other family members are now aware she's fallen. Help her up.
And I was recording down in the kitchen, Mom. This is why EPS needs to get involved, Mom, to help you and Dad. She just fell off the chair, Dad. She wasn't even bending over.
Yeah, Dad has a back brace. Dad also doesn't want me calling the paramedics. Dad also gets mad at me when I do. Crunchy. And I can't lift up my mom. Oh, you know what else? I have a knee brace on.
Yeah, you were sitting on the chair. No, Dad, I was watching her. I was watching her. She was sitting on the chair.
Oh, by the way, my mom, by the way, I wanted to call EMS, but my dad didn't want me to.
And she fell off of it, leaning over her. She's like Grandma.
I'm following directions, not giving orders. I'm following directions by saying, Dad, you want me to call EMS? He says no. So it's no, I'm not calling. Dad chose to pick her up. I could have called EMS, but no. Dad didn't want me to. There's that. I'm following exactly what my caregiver wants. He said to go pick up the pop bottles. I did that. You heard me say I would do it after dinner. I did that for him. You're trying to tell me that I am not listening to my dad and not following what Dad wants me to do? Dad knows I'm not capable of picking up Mom. I don't even know how to, really.
Andy, please. Now you know what kind of job I got. And these pop bottles and stuff need to be in them bin routes so I can get them back to the store.
I'll do that after dinner.
I need to let you know that I need to take care of. Plus, I got to take care of your mother.
I know. It's also not easy walking over the laundry basket in the back hallway. Maybe Joe could help you with getting that. Well, Mom.
Holy crap! This is a second incident. So he's literally looks like he's on a couch so far, maybe a recliner. Dad is trying to hustle to get his wife up off the floor, and Andrew Ditch is just like chilling, giving orders. Really?
You don't do anything. He's laying in bed all day.
So do you. So be quiet, please.
I lay.
You don't do much of either or anything either.
The past 2 days, I was taking it easy for my emotional well-being, Dad.
Speaking of his parents, one of the many things that Andrew is well known for is calling the cops on his parents hundreds, if probably not 1,000 fucking times, saying that they abuse him. Now, keep in mind, they've also called the cops on him, too. So you kind of see where I'm going with this, right? And every time the cops come out, regardless of who called them, Andrew Shitbreak is out there recording it, okay? He even records his phone calls to the 911.
Hear how loud the guitar is?
Hello?
Yes, I do.
I'm hitting my head. Having a meltdown.
You're wrong for that. Stop it.
Now, listen, they do call the cops on him like this one time. He was burning his oil diffuser. Now, keep in mind, his parents are elderly. His mother is on oxygen.
Yeah, and guess who wanted?
Yeah, I remember this. I remember the oil diffuser issue from many years ago. And yeah, didn't this lead to Andrew's arrest? Man, this brings me back. Yeah, the cops are there practically every day though. Like they know Andrew on a first name basis. Even the responders are like, "Okay, Andrew, what's it this time, Andrew? Okay, Andrew, we'll be there, Andrew."
Me arrested and call the police. My dad, not my mom, my dad. You know what else?
Is she?
Is that a part of that oil diffuser?
Andrew Ditch's mom.
A coping skill, coping strategy.
What intellectual
Oh,
age would he be?
by the way,
I don't know, Beaker. Maybe he'll answer that once he goes over this live stream, because Andrew Ditch could easily be listening. He has come into my live streams a multitude of times, even the DLF live streams. Him and DLF are aware of each other and have reacted to each other. And there is no love lost there. Like, really no love lost between Andrew Ditch and DLF. But we'll see. The more live streams videos that I make about Andrew Ditch, the more aware he becomes of me. Kind of like how DLF became aware of me. I think it took DLF like a couple days, and then DLF knew about me.
you're going to sit here and tell me that I can't use something that is medically ordered, prescribed by my doctor? Whoa! Give me a break here. Oh, I gotta do my I gotta do my therapy stuff. Speaking of that, because that's also still prescribed aromatherapy. Oh man. By the way, I don't want to even start that. But medically ordered means I should not be allowed to be arrested. I mean, shit, I get arrested for using my coping skills to try to remain calm due to sensory overload? Doesn't sound very fair, does it?
And Andrew decided, for his own comfort, because of his self-diagnosed autism, he was going to burn an oil diffuser on wide damn open and refused to turn it off. Now, instead of walking over there and shit out of him, they called the cops on him. Here's that footage.
Anytime Andy does something for coping skills, it's call the police time. I don't have to. You're not. Is it court order?
We want to know if we can press charges because this is our home and it's bothering our breathing.
It's his home, but it's actually technically a shared home. Under federal and state law, I pay rent here. My payee is Thomas Ditch. Technically, it's a shared home.
Well, actually, he is right. This is why I say he's so smart. A lot of the times, Andrew Ditch is really, really smart, but yet he gets into these like rages and fits and starts yelling and screaming and beating people. But he's right. It is a shared home. He does pay lodgings there. Like where I live, this will be called a boarder, because it really does depend on who actually legally owns the home or which person or person's entity owns the home. But he is right though. He is paying rent there. He does have a right to be there, but at any point in time, the owners can kick him out if he's sharing the bathroom and or kitchen, right? That's how the law works.
Shared home with a common bathroom, a common kitchen,
Bingo.
a common dining room and living space. Therefore, I own this home just as much as Thomas Ditch does. Actually, Joseph Ditch owns this home just as much as I do and Thomas Ditch does.
They all pay rent there, probably through the government. How does he pay rent? The government. How does his parents afford to live where they live? In the government.
Therefore, legally, I have a right to live in this home. I have a right to use my coping skills, and I have a legal right to have a life inside my own home. I also, you know what else I have? A legal right to privacy and reasonable privacy, something that my father is denying me here because of his living choices.
Well, what kind of privacy does it need in terms of him lighting a diffuser? Okay. If you've watched Andrew Ditch with me 2 years ago, you know how this went down. The whole oil diffuser, this cop really did want Andrew to get arrested, if I'm gonna be frank with you. Well, then again, should I even say that? It's like Andrew Ditch, probably rubs a lot of cops the wrong way. Andrew Ditch is in the background doing all the complaining. Oh yes, this is the one where you get all the diapers that have been bought through your hard-earned tax dollars being thrown in the garbage. You guys remember this? I remember this. I remember this one. This is actually a pretty harsh watch because I really don't like this happening. But let's take a look.
Yeah, I destroyed my magazines. He said I don't need them. I don't need help. So good. I don't need your help. Why did I go destroying that for? Maybe because
They're expensive, Eggy.
I don't want to be in diapers was the way I've been treated and made fun of. I mean, let's just say this. I have a medical need to be in diapers, right? How many people with a medical need actually goes around wearing that kind of diaper? Do you not see why I don't want to be in diapers? Those diapers allow me my independence.
Diapers
That's
are
why I wear
expensive.
them. Do you not see my point? It's because I'm autistic is causing my incontinence issue according to my doctors. I don't know, but I'm just repeating what my doctors say, and that's in my medical records. I can't help it. And I can't help that I used to hide my diapers going to the doctor, so I always took off my diaper before going into the doctor's office.
Yeah, random fish. His diapers are provided, and he has destroyed/wasted hundreds, if not thousands, of diapers. Could you imagine how much is a diaper? Like a pack of diapers? I guess I could Google that. Should I Google the tape ones? I guess I should Google tape diapers and see how much those are. But I know they're expensive though. This is the thing that really gets me. They're expensive, and he has destroyed so much of them that a needy person would love to have.
Well, once I got to the doctor's office, I'll go to the bathroom, take it off, and then I get called in, and then I have a diaper on. But, or I meant off, I meant. Sorry, I took it off. And then I didn't get a clean diaper on, and Mom used to get mad at me for having an accident on the way home sometimes. I can't help it. I'm incontinent. I have a hard time knowing when I to go, Mom. I don't want to be in diapers. I didn't want to go be in a diaper going to the doctors because I felt bad for it. It's typical to be feeling bad of being in diapers for a medical need. And it's typical to feel bad about your behavior issues that I have. Who wouldn't feel bad? At least I care enough to feel bad about my behaviors that I can't help.
All right, so he's trying to explain away the whole diaper thing. What else is there? What else is there? You know what? Let's take a look at the ending. Yes, let's take a look at this part, and then we're gonna get into. I have no idea who Trash Panda is. I guess I'm gonna have to find out. Let's go.
You call me a fake, Dad?
Where are you sleeping?
I don't know. He's holding me hostage. I've asked you to go upstairs.
Not holding nothing. You're not telling me this is my house. I can do what I want.
You called me
You
a fake.
cannot tell me what to do.
You abuse me mentally.
Yeah, I don't know who that is,
And
and we're
you
gonna
want
find
me
out.
to get hurt, Dad. You.
Now, a lot of people in the horror cow world, the Andy spear, if you will, they kind of speculate that he might have Munchausen syndrome. And that could be true. He kind of does fit the bill. And I could possibly go along with that.
How does Andrew Ditch fit Okay, wait a second. I guess Maybe, I don't know. I can't really like just say that without really having or considering the evidence. Really, maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole Munchausen syndrome thing?
It could be true. He kind of does fit the bill, and I could possibly go along with that. However, Andrew was arrested for putting X-Lax and magnesium, among other things, probably, God only knows what else, in his whole entire family's coffee pot. He's also been accused of putting poop in their food too, which I wouldn't doubt.
You'd be actually surprised the types of shit, maybe literally and figuratively, that Andrew Ditch puts in his family's food. Take care, Eggy Toast. Have a good one. But yes, he did get arrested for that. If you Google the news story Andrew Ditch laxatives, it'll come up. He did put laxatives in his family's food. I think he also Epsom salt, and yeah, he had to appear in court for that.
Whatever. Let's take a look at that.
Tonight, a Tonawanda man now stands accused of spiking his family's food with dangerous levels of Epsom salts and laxatives. Reporter Ala Arabi tells us more.
Hey, Charlie's mom.
Police in the city of Tonawanda say 34-year-old Andrew Ditch spiked his family's food and coffee with laxatives and Epsom salts. Ditch allegedly sprinkled the substances on food and put laxatives in the reservoir of the family coffee machine. According to authorities, family members complained of nausea, abdominal pain, and severe diarrhea. Police say this all started in late October, and they're not saying anything about a possible motive. Ditch now faces a number of charges, including 2 counts of attempted assault. He's been arraigned in court, and bail is set at $5,000. He's expected to be back before a judge for a felony hearing Friday morning.
Now, while doing my research on old Andy here, at times I felt sorry for him. That was until I found out this, because there ain't no excuse for that, Andrew. Okay, I don't know what the hell. He must want his whole house flooded with shit.
Yes, Beatus.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Here's my opinion.
OMG. Okay, that just clicked. His whole house flooded with shit. Maybe that's what he wanted. He wanted everybody to feel the joys of having to shit themselves. That's why he put the laxatives in there. Be like, Mom, I want you to shit yourself so you get a diaper. Dad, I want you to shit yourself so you get a diaper. Joe, I want you to shit yourself so you get a diaper. So everybody gets this amazing feeling of having shit on their ass.
And opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? So my opinion is that maybe Andrew had that wreck. I think when he had the wreck, when he wrecked his bicycle, when he was on his way down to McDonald's, I think maybe his mama might have, and his parents, not just his mama, might have babied him a little bit. And when that attention started lacking, like he was getting better and all this stuff, because it seems like he's just looking for attention, in my opinion. I mean, would I go that far to get attention? No, and I hope that none of you would neither. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that subscribe button and ring my bell, honey. And also, please consider becoming a member. We do live streams where we research the cows and all that.
All right. Let's take a look at this Trash Panda thing, because this, I don't know. He's saying, why is Andrew Ditch saying Trash Panda is I have no idea who this Trash Panda is. Trash Panda is a pedo child abuser to her autistic son, and here's why. How does Andrew Ditch know this? Okay, please take this with a grain of salt, but I have no idea. I haven't watched this. Let's get into it.
Okay, YouTubers, Andy Ditch here. So go. Excuse me. So I want to go into something here. I gotta take my shower. I'm on my routine, so I gotta go take a shower, and you can hear me talk to you guys for a sec here too while I get ready to get into the shower.
Wait a second.
So when I'm trying,
you know who this reminds me of? Like Latiti. You know how Latiti used to like want us to hear her vowel sounds? Why is everything so closely related with, you know, Latiti, the vowel sounds, Andrew Ditch, the shitty stuff? So many people. So why is he showering while reacting? Is this something he does? Is this new?
Too, while I get ready to get into the shower. So what I'm trying to get at here is you have a panel of people. Who is this Cujo guy? Cujo Talk guy? Well, rumor has it. Well, actually, it's not a rumor. It's actually a fact. He's a pedophile. He's a known pedophile. He's a registered sex offender. This is Trash Panda's YouTube profile. By the way, the only way I can watch this video is because of in safe mode. So that's why I'm in this video. So Cujo Talk Radio is a known pedophile, registered sex offender on Trash Panda's panel. They call it panel because that's what they claim they are. So Trash Panda faked cancer. Okay.
Once again, please take this with a grain of salt. I haven't verified any of this stuff. I know how the internet is. I know how Andrew Ditch is. I cannot say whether or not this is actually the truth. All I can say is please do your research with whatever Andrew Ditch is telling you.
She fakes cancer. Not only does she fake cancer, but she also got hurt in the military when she was never in the military. So she fakes diseases and disorders and injuries for sympathy and attention. But yet, when somebody actually suffers from a mental disorder like me, she calls me a fake. Kind of like, doesn't make sense, does it? Trash Panda also has an autistic son, like me.
Mm-hmm.
Trash Panda also abuses her autistic son like she does, or like she accused.
Where is he getting this proof, though? Where is this proof that she's doing all these things that he says she's doing? Because I want to see it.
Accuses Lisa Richards. Get the picture here. Trash Panda's a reason why Trash Panda goes after me is because I'm a serial rapist. I am a pedophile. I abuse people when I do not do any of that. Yeah, I have behavior issues. I have autism. I do it, wear diapers. I am not a baby. I am not a pedophile. I am a disabled person who legitimately has issues that needs help. And when I have that help, I don't have the behavior issues that people see. So, if Trash Panda is abusing her autistic son, she's harassing an autistic adult called Andrew Ditch, called me. She's friends with a known serial pedophile, Cujo Talk Radio, who hangs out at the playground, plays with kids, and all the other stuff, still as a registered sex offender. Then I think Trash Panda may be hiding even more secrets if she faked cancer, she faked an injury while being in the military. She
I don't know.
abuses her son with autism.
I don't even know.
And lies about it. I think Trash Panda has a little bit more deep secrets here than she is exposing. Maybe she's some sort of murder in disguise. She seems like the kind of person that.
No, now he's just going. No, now he's just being rude and improper. You're gonna say that she's a red rummer now. Let's hear what Trash Panda has to say. Let's go.
So, enjoy watching.
I'm just gonna put it on.
Or should I even hear what he has to say? The rest about how she is a red rummer. He fakes. He needs diapers. Pretty much, that's the synopsis. That is the synopsis, Marie.
Secrets here. Then she is exposing. Maybe she's some sort of murder in disguise. She seems like the kind of person that would do something like that because the way she talks, how crazy, demented she is. Okay? How fantasizing she is about me pissing in front of school children on the school bus, which never happened. I wish I had the ability to know when to pee and when to just whip it out in front of somebody, because then I wouldn't be needing a diaper. I wouldn't be made fun of for being in diapers.
Wait a second. I don't know about this whole whipping it out in front of kids, because wouldn't he be arrested for that? And isn't his whole fetish thing that he likes going inside the diaper if he urinates or has a bowel movement?
Yeah. I think we all get that picture here. So, enjoy watching.
I'm just gonna put it on. You want me to put it on subscriber only mode?
That'd be an idea.
Yeah.
All right. Seems to piss him off pretty good too.
Well, I don't hear any echoes from myself.
There might be from me.
Me.
Oh.
Yeah, that was something, is what that was. Oh, Jesus. Like, ew.
Yeah, make sure you delete that one. You don't want that on the channel. You can get straight to that.
Oh, I did.
No doubt.
I did.
I bet you that was his plan the whole time, too.
Right.
Not pathetic. I mean, the one chance he could redeem himself for not being called a child predator. Oh, sorry. And he blew it.
Right.
I'm going to replay the Andrew Ditch one where it's the AAC app, because he hates that one. Sassy boy.
Oh, yeah.
Really? No. No. You porn bombed me. No. I said, don't do that, and that's exactly what you did, and I had to delete my stream, and I'm not deleting another one. No.
Not over your piggy ass. Or my friend.
So make sure you delete that link, though.
Oh, it will be. No doubt about it. It will be.
I did.
It won't let me do it.
Y'all going to have a event because I want to show that this app really gives me hope.
All right, so what do we have here? Oh, they're watching, I think this is from the Poop Squatches channel. If they're really going to do that and react, I mean, then they're just going to do that and react. Let's see what Andrew Ditch has to say. What else does he have to say about this?
Did you just hear that Trash Panda invited somebody A few weeks ago, or about a month or so ago, before my brother put on the parent control, maybe 2 months ago, that Trash Panda on a live stream had this Brian person who supposedly knew me from Wendy's. Which, by the way, the person that was on the show did not know me. I did not recognize the voice, nor did my brother Joe. Okay, there was a Brian who we do know, who Joe does talk to, who is a sex offender, by the way, who used to work at Wendy's. However, that was not his voice.
What?
That's number.
I'm sorry. Did he say that his brother Joe talks to a PDF? Can you hear this again? I'm sorry. This is actually important.
Nice voice. Nor did my brother Joe. Okay, there was a Brian who we do know, who Joe does talk to, who is a sex offender, by the way, who used to work at Wendy's.
Why the F is everybody talking to PDFs? I don't get this shit. If I see a PDF, I'm going to try my best to control my anger because I don't want to go to jail for doing things. You know what I mean? That's what I'm concerned with. Why the hell would I talk to a PDF? And like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would Joe allegedly talk to a PDF? Why is DLF writing to convicted PDFs in jail and prison? Why does he talk to them? Why does he email them? I don't get this. Why do people do this crap? If I know somebody's a PDF, I'm not going to talk to them. Why is it that we keep hearing this sort of stuff happening over and over and over again online?
However, that was not his voice. That's number one. Number two, that individual was jerking off in the live stream, and you could hear it on the audio what he was doing. But Trash Panda is like, oh shit, enjoying it, talking to the dude.
What?
At the same sense, tries to make me look like I'm a sex offender, a pedophile, when I have no interest in that. And I'm not feeling happy or good about the AEC app that I did. I am not wanting to do that again because I did not know the consequences of that. But I was getting made fun of, called a pedophile for over a year and a half on YouTube when I am not. And I get people who drive by all the time calling me pedophile, which is aggravated harassment and stalking. And actually could be considered sexual harassment. And then I had people texting me porno pictures. Thank God they stopped. Thank God my brother had increased the parent control features to block things like that.
Okay.
And anonymous calls and stuff.
Have a good one. Take care.
But the point I'm trying to get at here is this lady has gotten a phone call voicemail for something that she isn't doing anything about. Kind of makes you wonder if she's a pedophile, serial rapist. Maybe she abuses her own autistic son. How do we know?
So he's leveling unsubstantiated accusations at somebody that he feels is doing that exact same thing to him. So this is what he's doing. And this whole Joe thing, who the hell does Joe know was a guy that works at was it Burger King? You know, Joe has a channel, right? Has people asked Joe this? Let me check one thing for a second. I gotta check if Joe has the comments on his channel, because I'm very interested and concerned. Well, actually, I'm more like 90% concerned if this is true. Now, I'm not saying it's true because, of course, Andrew Ditch is saying it. Yeah, but why would Joe be talking to a PDF file? It doesn't make any sense. I gotta actually check now because I'm concerned.
There's an awful lot to learn. There's an awful lot to learn about this individual. There's an awful lot to learn about this individual that maybe people should pay close attention, especially if she's on live stream panel with Cujo Talk Radio, a known pedophile. Yeah, go watch the fucking YouTube videos of mine about that. A friend of mine had shared a video on Cujo Talk Radio being a sex offender and stuff. And I would just add one more thing. Apparently, Cujo Talk Radio plays on playgrounds with people, with kids that are younger, and actually interacts with them as a sex offender. In New York State, that would be an automatic jail sentence, because you can't be even at a playground if you're a pedophile or registered sex offender. So there is proof that I am not a sex offender or a pedophile. And I will go into that a little bit more detail with you. Because I go to the playground, right? I admit I'm older. I admit I'm probably I wouldn't say I'm the oldest person at that playground. Because
that didn't start out well, especially when you're trying to argue you're not a PDF. No, I'm not saying that when people go to the playground they're automatically PDFs. I'm not saying that. Come on, let's not be silly here. But it really didn't start well if Andrew Ditch is saying, I'm not a PDF because I do go to the playground, and I'll admit I'm the oldest person at the play. Yes, you are, Andrew. You are 38 years old and you're at the playground. You are definitely the oldest person at that playground.
There are a few people who play basketball that are about my age, maybe a little younger. But either way, guys, I am legitimately the oldest person on the swing set. But I don't go interacting with people. I don't need to. I'm not there for social interaction. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not there to get somebody to help me with the home situation or not. I am seriously about this one. And the reason why I go there is because I like swings. It helps me with my sensory issues. It helps me with my balance. It helps me with my back. When I'm having a good day, it helps my back. And I'm there just to have an activity. And I'm not there for anything else other than to kill time, to help me with my sensory issues, and to help me with my calming techniques, which is...
I gotta check. I think there is, and I can look at the map of his area and see where the closest like YMCA is.
One of the things that I go there for my, to help me regulate. So this Cujo Talk Radio person goes to playgrounds and sits on a swing and slide, and actually goes around taking a kid on his lap down the slide and getting off on it. Oh yeah, that's what Cujo Talk Radio apparently does. He takes the younger kids under his wing to mentor them like a good citizen would do. like what aka a sex offender would do to groom that child.
Yikes.
How do I know that one? Because somebody said that on another YouTube video that I found. But yeah, this Trash Panda lady is friends with Cujo Talk Radio. And by the way, this Adam Wolf or whatever his name is, I believe it's the same voice as that other person that went by Lightning McQueen that stopped playing YouTube videos on that channel. But what I'm trying to get at here is Lightning McQueen, Adam Wolf are friends with Cujo Talk Radio and actually allow it to happen. But yet, Lightning McQueen was sexually abused as a child and is allowing Cujo Talk Radio as a friend. Pretty shocking. And
he keeps saying Cujo Talks, as in, Cujo, that dog movie, Cujo, but it's actually Kaiju. It's Kaiju Talk. Cujo is a lot different from Kaiju.
Actually, maybe Lightning McQueen is a sex offender, being that he admitted to having sexual abuse as a child, being that's what people do. They end up going to repeat the sex offense to other people.
Yes, aka the cycle of abuse, where abuse people abuse others in turn, hurt people. See, he's very smart. He knows about a lot of things. But then sometimes he gets just completely ignorant in situations. This is what's puzzling to me. But then again, not puzzling to me. I mean, Andrew Ditch is Andrew Ditch.
Oh, yeah. Especially with how he attacks me and has his fantasy why nurses won't help me bathe. So there are some red flags there. And doing a civil service good deed of trying to get off sex offenders off the street. So that way there, Lightning McQueen could be a sex offender and hide behind the shadows to be seen as a good person. Yeah. Just like Cujo Talk Radio.
Okay, I have no idea what the hell that was about, to be honest with you, but what can I say? If you like the Andrew Ditch content, I'll continue Andrew Ditch content. If you don't, then we're gonna have to do something else. But yeah, thanks for watching, listening to this. I mean, it got different. Sometimes it got really weird. It got strange. And I literally have no idea what to say about Andrew Ditch at this moment in time. I really don't. But I'll look into some things. Andrew Ditch is constantly streaming or posting videos. A lot of very private things he'll post. Or yeah, very personal, a lot of stuff. He'll even post like they've said, the 911 calls and whatnot. So we'll see. Thanks for listening, people. I really appreciate you. The FB stuff I'll probably do tomorrow. I'll probably schedule it right now and do a catch up. But yeah, someone does need to help him. But the problem is he says he needs or wants the help, but there's many instances I've seen where Andrew Ditch will refuse the help once he gets it, which is another thing that people do, where they'll cry out and say, I need the help, I need the help. They get the help, then they refuse it. It's actually strange, but not that strange. Charlie's Mom, check out Charlie's Mom channel, people. The least you can do, Charlie's Mom is, doing some good work. So check out our channel. That'll be awesome. Thanks, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Bye-bye.